Hey, everybody, can you hear me now? Okay. It's not turned on. So I had to get that up and go in there. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I hope so. Make sure as you jump on, you say hi. Let me know that you are here. We're going to work on our cowboy. Yes, we are. Going to work on the cowboy today a little bit here. We got a lot of work to do on him. I am going to move this just a tad bit here, guys, so that I'm not smacking my head. Hopefully you guys can still see him pretty good. Alrighty. A little bit more that way. There we go. Okay, so we got his hat and his handkerchief pretty much done. I mean, they look pretty good for the most part. Make sure I can hear my hair. Make sure the noise is good on here. Noise is good on here. Oh yeah, you guys can hear me really well. So, alrighty, just making sure. So today, want to get the nose to stand out and the eyes to stand out, and then all of this is going to go backwards. It's going to set back. Got to set this side of his hat back a little bit more so his ear will stand out like this one. So that's, I think, what we're going to start on is getting this carved out a little bit more so I can start making everything else work real well. And yes, guys, I have moved back over to using the stylus, which is fine. I do need to put on a more aggressive bird, though. I can use the Dremel. I do have it. I guess I could use it. Well, that did not work. My thing did not stay standing up like I wanted it to. Probably because I moved the Dremel. Okay. Hello, Riddles. How are you? We're making a cowboy here. That is what we are doing. Going to use the Dremel for a bit and get some of this hat off. Take this part back just a bit. Remember, as you jump it on, say hi. Let me know that you are here. Smash that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. We'll be trying to do more and more lives throughout the week and everything too, not just on the weekends. And it is hot out here, guys. Hot out today. It's already like in the mid 80s here. But I do have my air conditioner going, so hopefully I can stay cool a little bit longer today than I did yesterday. I hope. I did get quite more done on him from yesterday, but from when I was live yesterday, but we're going to see how much more we can get done on him today. Got to offset this hat a little bit more so his ear will stick out when I do it. So I got these I want to pop out from this, and I want this to sit behind that. So quite a bit to do still. So I want it all to stick away from his hat too. So remember, you guys should jump it on and say hi to me. Running through your ears. We're just making the wood fly today. Yeah, we are. We are making the wood fly. I see that pile of shavings I got there. I love it. I can just shove them onto the floor. I've got to move closer here. Don't mind me if you guys could see my knee, because I tend to put my feet up on my bench when I carve, because it just makes my brain work better that way. What's everybody up to on this wonderful Sunday afternoon? Morning. I guess it's actually morning still. It's only 9 a.m. here, so it is still morning. To me, it doesn't seem like it should be morning. It does seem like it should be afternoon already, but it's not. As you guys can see, I did put some detail marks into it already in hopes that they stay there as I carve. If not, I'll have to keep carving them out a little bit deeper. Hello, YouTubers. Hello, hello. How are you? This part here annoys me, so I want to clean that up just a bit there. Clean up the edge here a little bit too. There we go. I can deal with that. Now, I should have enough that this will sit behind that, or will sit behind that, which will be the same height as this. In theory, y'all, should have enough out of that one to get that done. I think. We shall see. Okay, so first I'm going to put the details into the ears. Doing that, I am going to use like this tiny little round bit. I don't even know if you can see, but it does have grooves onto it. And it is, this is one of my favorite ones for my detailing. Makes it just go so easy. I like it because I can push it or pull it, whichever way I want to do it. Okay. We got to tighten this Hummer up. It's trying to suck it out of there again. Keeps trying to do that on me. There we go. Let's tighten that thing down. I don't want it coming out because that hurts. I've had it happen before. And if you don't have it tightened down, you kind of lose power with it because it's not making a connection enough to keep the power to it. And of course, there's a knot right in the middle of his ear that I'm trying to carve through. Knots are not always easy to make it through. And I'm going to lose that piece, which is fine. I'll just make it work for me. You can definitely tell when you get, excuse me, head is draining from my allergies from yesterday. You can definitely tell when you get away from the knots into like real wood because it's so much softer to drill the real wood than the knots. I'll probably just go ahead and take this middle part out because it's going to fall out anyway. So I know my experience with knots, if you leave part of it in there like that, it will actually just fall out anyway. So you might as well take it out. And make it look like it was intentional. How about, hi baby, how about we clean out his ears? Yeah, that's fine. Sorry guys, husband has water going. It'll work good. It won't hurt me at all. His water going, you just want to make sure it wasn't going to hit my open door that I have. Because I have my air conditioner sitting in my doorway, pulling the hot air out from the air conditioner. So I don't have it mounted in the wall yet. Okay, now we need to come in with this part of his ear. Okay. Now I need to come down this way with his face. And it's going to be my dividing line there of what to carve and what not to carve. It gives me a good line that won't go away. Because otherwise when I'm drumming, my pencil mark goes away and then I can't see what I'm doing. Hi. Oh, excuse me. Hi, baby kisses. Fighting my allergies this morning. I don't know. My head is draining like no other. And it's killing me. I feel like it anyway. Where is... Oh, yeah. That is in here. Guess we'll use this. No, I won't, because I don't want to stand back up. I'll just take this out of there. So I am not using the Dremel this morning. I'm using my stylus this morning. Yay! I'm glad. I was wondering if anybody even keeps getting my notifications because, like, I never have anybody jump on anymore. So I didn't know if anybody was getting notifications. And then I knew that Bear was live too, so I knew I probably wouldn't get too many viewers, but I wanted to get out here and get carpet on this a little bit before it got too hot, because I know it's going to get sweltering hot again, and still trying to recover from yesterday's heat. Just going to get his ears shaped in here. I did get quite a bit further with him yesterday than when I was live. Yeah, kind of odd. I don't know why it's not sending out notifications in my lives, but it's not, and I've noticed that too. There's a lot of people who have been saying that they're not getting notifications, which kind of sucks. I'm not sure why. And I need my notifications to go out because I need watch hours, y'all. I'm like lacking on watch hours. Hi, John. Hi, Grumpy. Doing good. I've actually got my air conditioner running so that I'm staying somewhat cool because it's already starting to get really hot here. So, yeah, I had to go ahead and turn on the swamp or the air conditioner. It's not a swamp cooler. It is an air conditioner. It's redneck done really bad. It is actually sitting in my doorway, blowing the hot air outside while the cold air is blowing inside. Because I didn't know any other way to make it work. I don't want to cut a hole in my wall yet. That's starting to look like an ear, y'all. That's what it's supposed to be, is his ear. So we are gonna I think it looks like an ear smell. Oh, I can't get this off. I always struggle with these things. But I try to get them tight so that I don't lose them, because yesterday after I went off air, I actually did end up losing one of these, and it kind of hurt. I had one fly out at me because I thought I had tightened it down, and I must not have. The chat is over your... Oh. Well, that sucks. How about I move them over a little bit? Don't want them over my work. We'll move them over. Let's see if that works any better. Let me see if I can... Maybe if I auto-rotate mine, then it will look better. All right, my... We need to move them up, probably, huh? Did you guys see that? I got E-Dub's sticker on there yesterday, finally. I've got Bears in mine and E-Dubs. Some are the only stickers I have right now. But I was so excited. I found E-Dub's, the Electric Whittlers sticker. And, yeah, I was able to get it put on my table. I knew I had one, and I just couldn't find it. Can you guys hear me good over the Dremel, though, when I'm dremeling? I hope you guys can hear me over the Dremel, because nothing worse than somebody talking and you can't hear them over the Dremel. But I do have my good microphone on, so it should make it where you guys can hear me over the Dremel. For the most part. Awesome. I've never had the wrench slip yet. I just always forget to tighten them down. I am the world's worst for that. I'll get the bit put in there and then I'll forget to tighten it. And I don't know why I do that. I should know better, but I don't. I keep doing it numerous times. I'm going to take his head down here. This part has to come out, but need to round his head a little bit better. Because, like, if you look over here, he has a square head. I need to not make him such a square head there. I noticed that when I was looking, I was like, what the world? He looks weird because his head is so square. Just weird looking. Hi, Bear! Mine's not rechargeable. Mine's actually ran on electricity, and I actually love it. I am hard on a Dremel. Okay, I shouldn't say I'm hard on a Dremel. I am hard on a flex shaft. When I use the flex shaft, it gets crazy. I had one break and look like an octopus that almost took Amy Jo out. It wasn't pretty. Okay, so there's his ear on that side. I think I have enough. I got to take this down, and I'm afraid it's just not going to be enough. I'm going to have to take this down, take this down, take that down, but we shall see. The way my brain works. Oh, gosh. Tightened it too much. There we go. Okay. Just go ahead and take that hat down because it's going to bother me that it's not down far enough. And I've never had my stylus get hot on me. I've had the flex shaft get hot on me, but not my stylus. And this is why I break a flex shaft. I am heavy-handed. I know it. The stylus does kind of keep me from getting heavy-handed because that's what it does. It will shut off if I get too heavy, which is a blessing because my Dremel doesn't do that, and all it does is just rips up a flex shaft then. Yeah, we're going to take this back quite a bit, so you take the ear back some more. And I use it just like I'm coloring. Oh, yeah. I do have a container or a nice little thing. I don't know if I can show you guys over here that I put them in, but when I'm working, the ones I want to play with are always right in front of me, so I can just grab them. Well, I guess there you go. You can see my little caddy I made for him, and but when I'm working, I keep them all up here, just because I can. Makes it easier for me. I can reach them better, and I'm blind. They're close. I can see them. That's kind of far away, and I can't see that well. There's a knot right here that is giving me a problem. Really. Yeah, I picked this up as a backup for when I broke my flex shaft. I grabbed this because I had a piece I wanted to keep going on. I didn't want to. Hi, woodchucker. We're making a cowboy. That's what we are doing. We are making a cowboy. Trying to get his ears set back enough so I can get his face. So I got to offset this part of his face so his eyes and his nose pop out. But I just got to get it deep enough there. I think we are almost there. Oh my goodness. I only wish I could do that. I'm lucky if I get like 30. I have got to get my watch hours up. Oops, I don't want that one. I want this one. I have got to get my watch hours up, and I've got to get my membership up. I'm like not even at 300. I think I have like 28 watch hours. At this rate, I'll never get to do memberships. But I'm not giving up hope. I'm going to get there. Yeah, that is so awesome there. I mean, but you have been doing amazing with your work. Like, your work is awesome. So is Woodchuckers. Oh, my gosh. You guys are phenomenal. I wish to someday be that good. I am going to start doing a chainsaw. This is a carver's best friend. It's a denture brush. But it cleans things up so well, and it doesn't damage the wood. But it gets in there, gets things out of the crevices. Get the boogers out! Don't do horizontal. I'm doing vertical. Oh, don't do horizontal. Maybe that's why I haven't been getting one. I'm getting a whole lot. I love Mr. Peanut. I'm like absolutely in love. Move my camera down a bit. I bet. How about I drop it? Oops. That did not mean to happen. I don't know why my thing all of a sudden is not wanting to play nice. There we go. I'm not saying my orientation is locked. I think you guys can see it. There we go. You guys can see it better? Can you see him better? Oh, keep it back this way, but just move it this way. Or this way. Whoa. No, my arm is not wanting to hold. Like that. Okay, I am not sure why my holder is not wanting to hold my phone, but it is not playing nice today. It's being silly. Ta-da. There we go. Move it down this way so that you guys can see. I know, I feel kind of like an idiot, keep dropping my phone all the time, but that's what keeps happening. I don't know why my arm is not wanting to stay upward like I want it to. There we go. I can go like that. There. Bad thing is you guys can see my legs on the bench. I always I almost sit cross-legged when I Dremel. I don't know why. Just something I do. Okay, we're gonna go around his eyes now. So yeah, I use this little, let me turn it off so you guys see it better. Use this little bit that has a round piece on, like a ball, but the ball is like got grooves in it. Awesome, thank you, Woodchucker. I appreciate it because it's so hard for me because on my tablet it won't update the YouTube, so the chat is different on there than it is on the YouTube normally. Yeah, and I mine's hard to zoom in and out. I've tried a couple of times and it doesn't always work. So I kind of leave it at where it's at, and then I just kind of work around it. I move my stand more than anything because it's easier to move my stand than to try to zoom. We're going to go a little bit deeper on this side here. And there, as soon as I get this little cowboy done, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be messing with some of this because I watched yours today and now it makes me want to play with it. And your wood is the first wood to go on my bench here. But yeah, I want to get the cowboy all done. And this is going to mess with me because he's got a stupid knot right in his eyeball that I didn't see when I got him all drawn on there. Didn't see it till afterwards, of course. But we're going to make it the best we can. I hate dremeling to a knot. Thank you, Woodchucker. It's fine and stains. What do you mean it's like it'll stain like my clothes or? I've never played with bark, y'all. Probably the only one in here who hasn't ever messed with bark. But I've never had a chance to. I don't find bark in my yard. Usually anything that I use is in from my yard, but I do have a guy now just down the street that's cutting down all of his trees, so I am getting a huckleberry tree part to carve. He's going to cut a couple stumps up, and then he's going to make some other pieces of the wood too for me, so that I can't see where I'm at here, so that I can carve them too. You whittle it. I thought about it because it looks like it'd be really easy to whittle. The part I'm going to have a hard time with is holding it. It's almost too big for my tiny little hands. I can't grab it real well, and I'm afraid I'm going to drop it, like cut myself because I can't hold it right. But like this piece was smaller and it was angled, so I thought about this one maybe I can whittle. So I was like, I might be able to do this one, and like, I envy you guys who can make wood spirits. I do. I envy you guys. I cannot do a wood spirit if my life depended on it. If it was the end of the world and I had to carve a wood spirit, I would not be here. My brain does not comprehend a wood spirit. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't. But I was thinking maybe a gnome in the one that I can. Yeah, we're going to get this edge detail done here, and then we're going to start dremeling away his face. Maybe if I can get through this. It's one reason why I like the ball. So I can go forward or backwards with it. That's why I love that one. It doesn't just go in one direction and cut. It'll go both directions and cut either way. And I can kind of use it like a pencil. Okay. So in theory, here's my theory. I should be able to Dremel all of this right here, and it'll set back, and this will pop, and that will pop, and then we can get them all done. Yeah, I love doing gnomes. I can do a gnome like no other. You ask me to do a wood spirit, you're not going to understand what it is. Now, I have done a couple green men, and I can't do eyes, so they get gemstones as eyeballs, because I can't do them. So I just make a hole and put a gemstone into it. Also, I'm going to use this one. I don't want to take too much off. I can't figure out. Okay, now I can figure out a nose on a gnome. I can figure out a nose on stuff like that. I cannot figure out the nose on a wood spirit. And the eyebrow, that messes with me. I don't ever make eyebrows on anything. I draw my own on. I don't need to draw them on anything else. I really don't draw my own on, but... Okay, so... I'm using the fine burr just so I don't take too much off. So I don't want to take a whole lot off, but I want to take off enough to make it stand out. And to do it, to make it stand out even better, I'm going to go in and make it kind of slant towards this thing. If that makes sense. Because if you slant it, it actually looks like it's deeper than what it is. You see what I'm saying? To pick up what I'm throwing down. And then this has to get done this way. And I'm still going to have to round his head more. I don't know why his head ended up square. I'm not real sure. But it did. You see how much it makes this stand out now? Little animals. I've got a couple of kind of like animals. I've done dragons. Like I've done like this is the kind of, if I'm doing carving, this is what I like to do. I'm bad about trying to make like what bear and what woodchucker do. I have a hard time doing that. I can't, it doesn't compute in my head, which is weird. It computes in my head when I whittle. It just doesn't do it when I'm dremeling. But when I whittle, I can do it. I can make animals and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know why I can't do it when I dremel. I think it's a mental block when I'm dremeling. So I can't wait to try chainsaw carving because I'm wondering if I can actually maybe get away from that mental block of not being able to make things like that. And yes, I use my stylus like it's just a pen. That's just how I use it. Like it's a pen or it's a marker, I just kind of color with it. And here I can go really deep and make his nose really pop. I signed up with Woodchucker. I love supporting all the other woodworkers. I really do, because only because I know how expensive it is to do one. So I like supporting everybody. I'm hoping my thought process on this is going to work. Since I've done a couple of these now, I did an Indian lady, and she wasn't so multifaceted. She was kind of flat and just had the lines to her. Then I did the dragon. Now that one was a little bit more intense, not gonna lie, but it was fun. But this one is the most intense one I've done with like all the different layering and the multitude of layers and the thickness of them. So I'm kind of curious if I can kind of figure this out and make it work. I'm thinking it's going to. Okay, so we're going to go this way. And then this way. I just got to remember to keep my piece on the table. Oh yeah, the medical bills, boy, they pile up fast. That's making a bad noise. Add some of the detail back into his face here. And then curve his chin on back there. Get rid of all the sharp edges. We never want sharp edges. Sharp edges suck. I'm not with a whole lot of people. I am with I'm with Woodchucker. I'm with Bear. Of course, I'm with Amy Jo. I'll support her till the day I die. And then I can't remember who else. There's one more. I used to support a ton of them, and like I'll support them. I'll jump on their live, and sometimes if I have like the extra money, I will do like a super chat, give them a little bit. To me, I'd almost rather have that than like, because it's something more personable that way to do a super chat, because it's when you can afford it. Then it's not a thing because you have to every month. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. Makes sense in my mind. I wouldn't want somebody that like just pays me every month because they signed up and forgot about it. I'd rather somebody do a super chat because they like what I'm doing at that moment. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that makes it more personable. Get rid of my hack marks from my cutting of him. I like my sides to be smooth too. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh yeah. I have a lot of path. I am the world's worst. I don't use a bandsaw. I use a jigsaw. Mainly because my bandsaw don't work. And I don't know how to make it work. One of these days, maybe I'll take a lesson on how to run a bandsaw. Or not, I guess it's not really a bandsaw. It's a scroll saw that I have. But the darn thing just doesn't work. Every time I try, I break blades, or it just stops working. I just never know what it's going to do. I think his nose is going to pop out really, really well. I'm hoping anyway. Isn't that a sexy little sticker there, Edith? I can't believe I found it and got it on here. I was like, I know I have one. And I knew I had it somewhere. And I was like, I can't remember where I put it. Because I remember at one time I was going to put it on one of my desks or something. And lo and behold, I go and I grab my sign, right? And, you know, and it was in the picture frame and everything. And right here in the corner, stuck in the frame, was your little sticker. So I was like, oh, I got to get E-Dub onto my table. I have to. But yeah, this is, so I made this when I was doing craft shows. That way I could get people to jump on my YouTube. So yeah, that's my way of getting people to jump on my YouTube, is when I go to the craft shows, I put that out and they're like, what is that? I was like, go check it out. And then they check it out, and I always tell them, if you check it out, you got to subscribe. And they do, which is kind of cool. Kind of a good way to get people to get on there. So you're welcome, E-Dub. You were the first sticker I ever got, and I could not have my new workbench without E-Dub on there. It just wouldn't be right. It just wouldn't. So have you and a bear? And then did you see I got my new stickers in? I'm so excited. So yeah, I couldn't believe I got my new stickers in finally. So I'm gonna get. I've got one coming to you, Josh, and I have another one going to Bear. Anybody else that wants one? My email's in the descriptions. Just send me an email. Send me your address. I'll send you out stickers. I'm always for sending out stickers. I think it's really kind of cool to do. Thank you. I had a friend of mine that saw my sticker. I was sending it to her to see if it looked right. Because it looks like you're killing something. I was like, oh, thanks. Now I can't unsee it. Oh, awesome. Yes, Amy Jo likes her stickers. I got to get one to her. Probably just going to go drop in her mailbox. Yes. You do have the one with Bobo on it. We just lost Napoleon. I'm going to just have to quit showing my animals on YouTube. I don't know what it is, but remember I showed Bobo on YouTube because we had done the sticker together, and I showed Bobo on YouTube. 2 days later, he was dead. Well, the same thing happened to Napoleon. I got live the other night, and I showed everybody Napoleon and Bossy, and 2 days later, Napoleon was dead. So no more showing of the animals. Like I'm over it. Napoleon surprised me because I didn't expect him. Oh, that would be so awesome, John. Thank you. I'm thinking I just have bad mojo if I show my pets. Because I think I showed my chickens even on here. In fact, I know I did. Showed my chickens and they got ate by a fox. So, yep, no more showing my animals. I'm going to try to do it without showing animals. It's just weird. It is just a weird concept. I did show I thought I did. Yeah, they got ate by a fox. All 6 of them gone. Now next year I will be sharing my shop with the chickens. We're gonna get new chickens, but we're making it where we can put them inside here in the shop and lock them in at night so a fox can't get to them. Yeah, it could be happenstance too. Maybe it's just an intuition that hey, I need to show these guys on YouTube because maybe it's just the intuition. I know something's gonna happen, even though I don't really know anything's gonna happen. Okay, we're going to do some more detail. There's my detail one. So Nevaeh was old. She was 14, and she did pass away this winter. She is my chocolate lab. Toto is not very old. Toto is, go figure, Dorothy has to have a dog named Toto. It's going to be an enclosed. They won't be open to out here because I was afraid like the dust from this would hurt them. So we're going to build them a enclosure in here that's completely enclosed. That way, it's not so bad for them either. I worry about it hurting them. Now Toto, he is only like 6 years old. Tinker, our baby one, she's the blue heeler. She's only 4. So we have many more years with Toto and Tinker. Hopefully, if Toto doesn't have a heart attack because he's a large butt, I'll put it the nice way. He used to have one hell of a body. And Tinker came around, and they say you gain weight when you get married. I swear to God, these 2 dogs are married because Toto gained like a lot of weight after Tinker showed up. And them two are so inseparable. Trying to clean up some of the sawdust. It keeps blowing around, getting in my eyeballs. I'm just cleaning a little bit off my cable here. Using my sign, of course. Oops. Okay, we're going to do some detail work. Yes, go eat, E-Dub. Thank you for jumping on. But yeah, they're not really old. They're 4 and 6. And they're a blast. Them two are so much fun. Toto is not a very active dog. He likes to just lay around, which is fine. But you give him a rope, and he acts like he is a baby again and will attack that rope for hours. He loves his rope. And Tinker loves a soda bottle. You give her a soda bottle. Now, she won't chew the soda bottle. She will carry it around in her mouth, but not chew it. Just weird. I have weird animals. So yeah, she will even sleep with the soda bottle. She'll put it sideways in her mouth, and she'll just sit there all night with that soda bottle in her mouth, sleeping. Just the strangest dog. Get all these details etched into here. And then we can start sending that part down. I gotta figure out how to do his eyeballs. I'm not real sure how I'm gonna do them yet. So these are the whites, these are the dark, and that's the white. And I'm thinking maybe set the white back a little bit and make the black pop out. But then that way they kind of sit behind the eyelid also. Oh, my goodness. For the longest time, I thought Tinker was deaf. Because we have like one of them bark houses, houses that make like the high-pitched noise when they bark. You try to get them to quit barking so much, because Tinker will bark at everything. She barks if she farts, because it makes a noise. So we got one of them bark houses, and it drove Toto absolutely nuts. And Tinker, it did not even faze her. So I don't know what it is with the blue heelers not hearing things. But she does not hear that high pitch, or if she does, she just ignores it. This is the most tedious part, is putting all the details in. But it does make a difference in the end. Because see, like over here, you can see like having them details just makes such a difference in like giving it texture. So you've got to take your time and get the details in. And it's strange. I don't see very many people doing much of this kind of carving anymore, which is kind of weird. I call it relief carving. I don't know if that's the real name of it. It's kind of what I call it, is like a relief carving piece. This is the different levels, but I don't know if that's really what it's called. But I find these fun. Maybe because they challenge my brain as to what needs set where and everything else. Awesome, John. I will get one of them out to you. I'm actually going to, I think it's Wednesday. I'm going to try to get everything off into the mail. I've got a lot of stuff to send out. I've got jewelry to send out and stuff like that. So I'm aiming for Wednesday. You'd call it relief? That's kind of what I think too. It's kind of like relief carving. But I wasn't sure if that's exactly what it's called. I think it is. I think it's relief carving. We're just going to round off his little nose here. He's got to get rounded off. When he just kind of sticks out there. Now I'm not going to take this wood off because I'm going to use this doohickey sander thingy bob, and it's going to take off this top layer and like kind of leave him a little bit more higher than the rest. And that's why I'm not taking him much off of his nose. Now here I probably will, so it kind of gives it texture. Makes it look like his eyes are popping out of his head. So it's kind of, I'm wanting this little bit of difference between his eyes and his nose there. Now this part of his eye is going to set back just a bit. So I want it to look like it's underneath the eyebrow there. Like it is coming out from underneath it. So this part needs to go down a little bit more here. Yeah, it's hot here. It's like 10 a.m. and it's already over 90 degrees, but that's okay. I got the AC blowing on me. I won't get so overheated maybe today. I don't know. I might not. I don't know. We shall wait and see. I'm hoping not to because I was miserable yesterday with as hot as I got. Here, I'm just kind of taking off the sharp edges. We don't want sharp edges. My sander will probably take a lot of that off too, but wait till you guys see the sander thing. I love it. It works amazingly well. Okay, let me turn that off because we're going to put the sander on. Who wants to see the sander? Sander. Boop, this thing. I love it. It's Velcro. And it does amazing. Now I have found I have to turn this way down because otherwise it vibrates so bad I can't hold on to it. So I do turn this down rather than running it on 5 like I've been running everything else. This thing gets turned way down. And this is, it comes with all different kind of discs, but this is the one I'm going to use. I don't know which one it is. It does not say. I don't know what density this one is, but I'll keep going down in density. So like, this one's kind of rough. And I try to get this on there even. It never works right. And then I go like that, just to make sure I got it on there because I have had that fly off. Now, I turn mine down to about a 3 on my stylist because otherwise it'll vibrate you to death. But this thing works freaking wonders. I should probably have this. I got to put this on my Dremel. Never mind. I forgot about that. This has to be on the Dremel because my stylist does not have the power to run it on a 3. So I have to put it onto the dreaded flex shaft. We'll put it on here. And then we're turning our Dremel massively down. I've got to reach it. Now, I don't know how tall I have to have my Dremel to work. I really don't. Oh, yeah, we don't want it on 25. Let's turn it down to 5. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I think I can run it at, I'm going to have it on 10. Is 10 too much, y'all? I don't think so. I think 10 will work. There we go, yeah. I don't know how tall I have to have my Dremel to make this work. But I don't know how well you guys can see how well this thing sounds, but it does an amazing job. And it helps get rid of boogers and everything. Makes everything smooth as your baby's bottom. I love this descender. That's right. The other night when I saw Woodchucker using that finger sander looking thing, I'm like, oh my God, what is that? That looks like it'd be fun. Because I love sanding. That's like my favorite part of the woodworking is getting to sand it at the end and seeing what I come up with. And see, like, that's why I was telling you guys I wasn't going to take much off the nose, and this is why. I'm going to take my sander and we're going to sand it off of there. Because then it's just a light coating off of it. I love how this thing works because all of my stuff gets so nice and smooth. And it doesn't ruin the carving at all. It just enhances it. and gets rid of all the boogers. But I think I need to probably change out my disc. The discs don't last long. They clog up pretty easily. Sometimes I can take my brush and go like this on them and clean them off a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. Take my brush and go over it like this and clean it off a little bit. Sometimes it just gunkifies. But it doesn't hurt my brush at all. And then it'll start sanding really well again. I can't wait to get this one painted up and see what he's going to look like. He's going to be wearing a black Stetson. Yes, he is. And I probably need to change my paper. After so long, your paper does just wear. So you almost have to change it. I'm going to see if I can find something a little bit more. I don't want 80. I could use 150. Oh yeah, Baby Cakes is in Wisconsin. I grew up in North Dakota and then moved to Colorado because I didn't want to deal with the snow in North Dakota no more. So I moved to Colorado. Okay, so this is the 150 grit, and that is just to get this top layer off so that when I go to like paint him, he doesn't discolor from the top coat here. And that top coat does not like to take paint, so you want to get it off there. Then I can also do his hat, so it's a little bit more smoother on this side. This side has not been sanded much. Okay, we're going to switch it down to a lower one there. 150 did great. It did really well. Now we are going to go to maybe do a 2. I don't know. I definitely don't want 60. We could do a 400 grit. Go from 150 to 400. Why not, right? That might be what them things are too. I'm not sure what grit them are. Let's see. Well, that didn't work. Okay. So these have to be less than 400. Thank you. Because 400 is still pretty gritty. So them must be like an 8, maybe. The ones that I don't know that they are, what they are, they might be an 8. And let's take the 400 after them. My husband came in and dropped me off goodies. Since I'm in the garage and not in the house. I like how this stuff works. I love this. Don't go 400. Why? I want it smooth. So I'm just going to keep going down and or up in numbers, I mean. So from 400, I'll probably go up to about 8. Because I want it to be a smooth carving. I'm going to make sure I'm hitting all my crevices here so that none of them are. None of them have a sharp edge. We want rounded edges. They always look better. The 150 was to try to get this top coat stuff off of there. Because, yeah, that stuff doesn't like to come off. Yeah, this is turning out really nice and smooth. Other than the fact it keeps running away. Do you guys see that? The cowboy's running away from me. I kind of like how he's feeling, how he's looking. I might have to Dremel them down just a tad bit because that's going to bother me that they're the same height. Oops. I'm going to take them down just a bit and then we'll sand them again. Personally, I like leaving the scratch, like some of the scratches in there, because to me it just adds the character to it. So I do leave some of the texture in there, so it doesn't look machine made, I guess you'd say. Ow. I just stabbed my finger into my table. There we go. Whoops, there we go. I like that better. Just kind of slips behind. Hi, Devin. Or Kevin, sorry. I'm reading too many comments at one time. Yes, because I always feel like if you don't, then it kind of feels machine made, and I don't want that feeling on any of my carvings. I want them to know that it is made by hand and see the work that's gone into it. And I did turn my Dremel up to about 15 to do this. I had it at 10 and it just was jumping so much. So I turned it up to 15. We'll see what happens here. And especially in his hat, I want the grooves to be left because I want his hat to look old. Like he's an old-time cattle worker, you know, an old-time cowboy. And His hat isn't perfect because he's been on the range too long. Alrighty, how about we dust this old cowboy off and see what he looks like here. Get the boogers out of the holes. It's actually morning here. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning here. Tried to get out here before it got too hot. Only because I don't want to be out here in the sweltering heat again like I was yesterday. I gotta stand up, y'all. I've been sitting too long. And I don't have my air hose out here. I need to move it out here though. Okay. So now we just got to get this old cowboy painted. So that'll be our next step with him. So for now, I'm going to jump off here. I've already been on here for like an hour and a half. My goodness. And yeah, I'm going to jump off here. We're going to probably get him painted and maybe tonight inside. And then we'll do a short and show you guys what he looks like in the end. There's our poor old cowboy. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Love ya. Dot out. $200. So, I did kind of want to play around.